I don't think so, because at that time it was unnecessary political ego that interfered with a small film like Vishwaroop. It was a whole, political machinery that was set against a small film company. And a community was involved unnecessarily. And it was all foisted, framed thing. And I don't see such things happening, because there are other things to do for them also. The elections are coming near, and they won't indulge in such petty, egotistical games. I hope. Yes, that was my constant worry and trepidation, but fortunately that's not the case, because as I see, I don't know whether to thank the digital era for that, because constantly there are reminders and recollections, and it's all over the web where they're talking about the older film, newer film. Unfortunately, we are also airing the first part on national television and also local television channels done it, and it's sort of working in our favor unexpectedly. We're quite surprised ourselves, and happily so. Not at all, because it was already done, because it was conceived as a single entity, divided in two parts, delivered in two parts. No, there was a logistical problem. No ego or no disconnect between me and the music director. I love working with them, but they had ideologically decided to fight the copyright laws, and they couldn't sign, and I was committed to the music company, and I need to recoup the money, and I had to make a deal that way, and it's amicably understood and agreed upon decision. I had to go for another music director. And the challenge of taking a popular song and redoing it is a challenge that only the talented and the daring adventurous would take. And you take Vande Mataram, Rehman Saab recomposed it. That takes a lot of confidence, a lot of guts, and a lot of support. And we have it. And the new song is what is being remembered now. People are hailing the new song. And it's kudos to GIBRAN. And he has proven that point he set out to do. Oh yes, for me it was fantastic, in the sense I never thought this will happen in my life. I know that way I sort of become like a film buff, and I never thought I would act with the Kaagaz Ke Phool's heroine, however old age she is. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like I walked into another era, that era that's not humanly possible to step into, and I was there in that thing, and she said something that gave me goosebumps and made my day. And as far as I'm concerned, Vishwaroop 2 is already a super hit, because she said, the way you're working, I'm reminded of Gurudat Saab. And I sort of, I went into a dizzy, and I went and told everyone, my brother, my sister, I called up everyone and said, you know what I heard today. And I felt very juvenile and childish doing it, but I enjoyed it. I've always been doing it. My politics came out through cinemas where I could afford to speak about it. Invariably, it happened to be cinemas where I wrote or I produced. It's very difficult if you're taking, see when MGR ji was an MLA and also acting 10-15 films after becoming an MLA, he was not the party president. There were other party people taking care of the party. I am the president of a party. Plus, if I go into election mode, that's a lot of commitment. I'll have to be doubly prepared even if I have all the time. So I see that going that direction only. Phasing out cinema and going into what should have been my duty even 40 years back. For me, Hey Ram, because the songs, the way they were made, it was composed by another music director. I'd shot the songs, and Mr. Ilayaraja came back and with this sync on that, recreated music. It's a separate music exercise you could teach in music schools for cinema music. It's fantastic. That's one of my favorite exercises. It is like Ilayaraja on his own did something like Pushpak, a film without dialogues. It's unique. Like that, he approached film background score and film music from an oblique point and made it into a success. And how do you make a hit song, which in itself is a difficult exercise, and that too from a difficult rope walking situation? It's like doing a motorcycle on a single wheel and mixing a tea with your leg and drinking it.